The Kirby Company has built a rich heritage shaped by people who were not satisfied with mediocrity. They wanted more out of life than a paycheck. But more than that, they wanted to call their own shots, run their own businesses, and live their own dreams. These early entrepreneurs are no different than you. All took great risks to gain opportunities, and they always believed in themselves and what they were doing. We would not be here had it not been for the entrepreneurial spirit shared by our predecessors. These people set the stage for Kirby to become the great company it is today. It started with inventor Jim Kirby. He was dissatisfied working for a paycheck after watching his father work very hard for very little. As a boy, Jim Kirby invented and improved gadgets while watching his overworked mother clean carpets with a rug beater that didn't work very well. These early experiences shaped his lifelong goal: to reduce or eliminate drudgery. He started his own business making gadgets for a fee, and he never worked for anyone. He worked out of his house designing home care systems for the company, allowing Scott and Fetzer to use his name. While Jim Kirby refined his version of the vacuum cleaner, another man with his own ideas opens his own machine shop in a garage behind his parents' house. At the time, George Scott had a good-paying job at the Cleveland Farebox Company. But he didn't want a job. He wanted an opportunity. He bought some used equipment for $350 and opens his own shop. He ambitiously names it the G.H. Scott Machine Company. He was 26. He continues working at the box company for 8 months while pursuing his new venture part-time. These were the humble beginnings of what became the Scott Fetzer Company. His goal was to give people with few opportunities a chance to become successful entrepreneurs. That goal is as strong today as it was in the beginning. To advance the company, Mr. Scott forms a partnership with Carl S. Fetzer, borrows $5,000, and takes over the Cleveland downtown space of a small machine shop. They open the Scott and Fetzer Machine Company in 1915, and they make tools, dies, jigs, and auto parts. To generate business, Mr. Scott did what many Kirby salespeople do today. He canvasses. He visits factories and knocks on the doors of little shops to generate business for the new company. They turned a profit, outgrew their space, and in 1916 built the first plant on West 114th Street, where the Kirby Company still stands today. Mr. Scott was a salesman at heart, and as president was known as a friendly, folksy individual. He talked with people on the line about their families and chatted with people while sorting mail in the mailroom. Mr. Fetzer was a reserved and humble businessman. He handled the distributor agreements and customer relations for the entire company with the help of only his secretary. Together, Mr. Scott and Mr. Fetzer ran the company for the first half of the 20th century, enabling it to become a public company in the mid-1950s.